Guys, welcome back to Aussie Custom Garage. Today I'm going to be doing a little bit of work on the little GTX 155 Sea-Doo. Got a bit of a water leak. Think I figured out what the issue is. So just down here at the Nerang River, going to reverse it down now and see if I can show you guys exactly where it's leaking. I'm pretty certain it's the carbon seal. I've got a new kit sitting in the ute. You guys haven't seen much of the new ute. Fitted a tow bar, fixed some stuff on it, which I'll inform you guys a little bit later in the video of what I've done. But don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get this in the water and see if we can find this leak. Seat off, sitting in the water. It is like 8 o'clock in the morning. It is a little bit fresh in the water, not gonna lie. So let's see whether I can show you guys. It's not really showing too much. Carbon seals in there, in behind that boot. Let me see if I can get in there. Alright, so the other day when I took this out on the weekend, I could see a little bit of water seeping out of into there, or out of there. So what I've done was I grabbed this boot. There you go. Carbon seal is definitely leaking. At work now, this is the kit that I've brought. Got the OEM part number and stuff on it. So comes with new washer, carbon seal, O-rings, and the little C-clip, circlip. I brought this from JetSport in Arundel. I'll leave a link down in the description below. I think it costs me for that full kit $116. I have them in stock, so that's ideal. So let's get ripped into this. First things first, obviously pull that out, pull this top cover off, that air ducting, and see what we can do. I've never actually pulled one of these apart and done one of these before, so this will be all new to me. So let's have a look and see what we can do. Okay, so took a little bit. So I've got a block of wood down in the bottom here. Used the pry bar, levering it that back just to get this little metal C-clip out. So that was a bit of a mission. What I'd done was, obviously I used the pry bar, pulling that back, tapped it just there with a hammer, WD-40, just to yeah, get that to go back. Obviously a bit of rust and stuff does not help the situation, but you got to do that first before you pull the jet pump out. So now, removing the jet pump, a few different ways you can do it. The way I generally do it, I leave the jet pump, everything together, remove these two 10 mils off of here, obviously the steering and the reverse, and then there's 17 mil bolts just there. I remove those, all four of them, and pull the whole assembly out as one. You can remove the reverse bucket and everything out of it separately, each their own. It's just the way I've always done it. So I remove that, pull the shaft out of it, and yeah, we'll go from there. Okay, so I've got my reverse bucket all undone. Cables, stability, I'm assuming that's what they are, these little stability things here. Undone my four 17 mil bolts up the back there. Those fellas down there. So now, with a bit of luck, there we go. Whole thing will come out. Just all as one. There's the drive shaft that we need to remove and pull back through. So this is as far as I've ever gotten with this ski. Obviously I've replaced the wear ring in the back. Also, one of the times when I rode it, I broke, this is the reverse cable here. They're plastic, these normally, like this side. So they actually crack out and break. there is actually an upgraded version which is brass like that, which again you can get from Jet Sport in Arundel. Like I said, link down in the description. Give Matt a call. He's a really top guy to speak with, knows his stuff. All you'll need to know is what year, obviously what sort of engine is in it, what part you need, and this is the third time I've been to Matt, and he has had everything in stock, and pleasure to deal with. Open, I'm pretty sure 6 days a week, Monday to Saturday. So yeah, make sure you hit up Matt, top bloke. Okay, so that was a bit of a mission to get out with just one person. This little collar ring, it's got O-rings inside of it, 2 O-rings, which sit over obviously this shaft here. That's your drive shaft, so your prop shaft, take it essentially. So that sits over it, I believe, like that, I think, by memory, yeah. So it sits into it roughly about there. That's where your C-clip sits into. So that holds it into roughly there. Mine's got quite a bit of garbage inside of it. So I actually had to pull on that shaft as far back as I could, get a pair of multi-grips and turn this and wiggle it, and pull on the shaft a bit more and just work it away. So, well, that seems like it's pretty flat anyway. I thought it might have had a bit of a bend in it, but that seems to be pretty good. So I'll hit all of this with the wire wheel, clean it right up, make my life a little bit easier. Hopefully that collar and everything is the same for this kit, because I damaged this one a little bit, and like I said, it does not come with this boot in the kit, but mine's pretty stiff still. So with these, you want them to be a little bit stiffer to push pressure on the carbon seal. That's what prevents the water from coming in and creates the vacuum, or yeah, stops the vacuum from cavitating inside the jet pump. So I'll hit this on the wire wheel now and go from there. So just so you guys know, I'm sure it's pretty self-explanatory. Find a flat bench, roll it on there, make sure that there's no high spots, no nothing like that. This one rolls perfectly fine. So that's just a good way, just in case you do have a bit of vibration in the ski. That will obviously contribute a lot to making a lot of vibrations, obviously. So clean that up the best as I could. Yeah, it's still got a bit of pitting in it. Realistically, I probably should replace it. Like, that's not ideal. That's not going to help the carbon seal too well, but whatever, I don't really care. As long as it doesn't piss in water like it was, I'll be happy as a pig. And yeah, so clean it all up, whack it back in. Hopefully these seals and that ring fits this shaft. I did watch a video before this. The guy had issues with one, the O-rings did not fit, but his was a GT. He got a kit for a GTI. Apparently the shafts are a little bit smaller, the same engine, but a little bit smaller. I trust Matt. I'm sure he sold me the right kit, so I'll try all that now and yeah, go from there. So yeah, I've confirmed my slip ring. Got the new O-rings in it. Just put a little bit of dielectric grease. Does fit, which is ideal, so that's good. Just pulled out the old wearing. That's the old one. You can see how badly that's worn on an angle compared to how that one sits. It's actually worn quite a bit, so pretty confident. And those gouges are not meant to be in it. That's from where it's been running on that slip ring. So pretty confident that is going to be my issue. So put this shaft back in through the center of the ski, slip the new carbon seal in, and yeah, wing it, see how we go. Okay, so I just slid that drive shaft back in, new carbon seals in, new slip ring, just put the circlip back in, tighten up those hose clamps on it, then put the jet pump back together, and yeah, let's fingers crossed hope that it doesn't leak. The drive shaft had a bit of wear on it, should have been replaced, but for $800 or whatever it is for a new one, I'm not too concerned. Ski's only got 80 something hours on it. It's just what the salt water does, guys. It just deteriorates the metal. Not much you can do about it, but as long as it doesn't wobble and doesn't have a high spot in it, I'm not overly concerned. That would be the original carbon seal out of it. So yeah, it's one of those things. It's a 2006 jet ski. It's what, 18 years old or something like that. So it is what it is, but we'll go from there. A few hours later, back down at the river, got the door pulled back apart, just the top cover. Water was already in there. I haven't put it in yet, so let's back this Johnny down and fingers crossed. All right, so seems to be holding up pretty good. Obviously, before this morning when I pulled this back, you know, technically it was dripping. It was dripping before I obviously pulled that back, not knowing. Like I said, I've never done one of these before, but it was dripping out of there. No, it wasn't a drip. It was more of it was leaking through it. It was a decent stream. So that was obviously one of the issues. I also cleaned the throttle body when I sunk it a few videos ago. Go back and watch that. I've always had a little bit of a sticky throttle every now and again if it sat for a little bit. Pulled the throttle body off, carby cleaned it all out. It had quite a lot of gunk in it, so that wasn't great. Changed the oil since then twice. I've had no milky sludge in it, so that's a good thing. So might give it a start up and give it a run, make sure that carbon ring still seals. So no leaks. Use the leaking exhaust. Need to put another exhaust from the header back. Pretty sure that the flex joint is let go on it, but it doesn't concern me too much. So see it running down there. Happy days, that's awesome. Turn that off. Well guys, so don't forget to like and subscribe. Send me a message if you have any questions. Like I said, I'll leave a link down below for Matt at JetPro. And yeah, let's keep these old relics up and running. And yeah, happy days. Thanks guys.